This is my second time recording this intro. We are doing 3 very different romance books on this video today, and I really wanted to do this video because I don't typically read romance books very often. I read a lot of fantasy with subplots of romance. Some of them do have heavy romance plots, but I've never read a strictly just romance book. I think the only one I've read is probably You've Reached Sam right there, which is a sad book, and one of the Bridgerton books because it was a book club read with me and my friend Janelle. So I thought it would be fun to pick out 3 romance books and kind of dive into romance. My reading goal for this year is to start reading genres that I don't usually read, and that's not very hard. Like I said, I typically just stay in fantasy, but for this year and for my booktube journey, I wanted to venture out and enjoy other literature. Before we jump into the reading vlog section, I am going to talk about the books that are going to be in today's video, and the first one is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I chose this book because it's really popular. It's YA, I believe. It reads very YA. It is the cutest thing. I've already started it. I'm really enjoying this book. It's super lighthearted. It's super cute, and the characters are so adorable together. I love Wes, the main male character in this, and it's so entertaining to read. He is one of the funniest characters I've ever read. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. And if you guys don't know what this book is about, it is about Liz and Wes. They are childhood friends, they're neighbors, they grew up on the same street together. He always teased her, and as they grew up, he continues to tease her, and obviously she finds it really annoying. One day, her childhood crush, Michael, moves back into town, and she really wants to get to know him more and kind of make him fall in love with her because she loves the idea of love. She loves romance movies, she loves making soundtracks for specific events in her life, and she's just a romantic, you know? So she just wants Michael to love her and take her to prom, but she doesn't know how to do that because he's really popular at school and she is not that popular. But you know who else is popular? Wes, her neighbor, her enemy. He's not really her enemy, but you know what I mean. So she decides to make a bargain with Wes. If he helps her with Michael, then she'll give up their parking spot that they're fighting over. That's how the whole story starts off. I didn't spoil anything. All of that is on the back. I promise I didn't spoil anything, and I think it is the cutest book I've ever read, honestly. It's so relaxing and it's so easy to pick up and just enjoy your time. It's so cozy. This is a perfect read for the summer. I don't think I've heard any bad reviews about this book, so that is why I picked this one up. But let's just jump right into today's video. Hello, I just got done with my book club with Janelle. We basically just FaceTime and read together and just talk throughout the book whenever something comes up. We just got off and we stopped at page 72, chapter 4. These chapters are so long. Like, we're on 72 and it's only chapter 4. We are really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. It's really cute. It really does remind me of a rom-com. Like, you're actually just watching a rom-com. The way Lynn Painter kind of describes the train of thought our main character Liz goes through, it's so hilarious. There was one scene she like described everything was in slow-mo and exactly what song was playing in the background, and like there were blue birds chirping, and it was like such a stereotypical romantic delusional scene. It was just great. I find it really cute. It's a lot of the trope of like fake dating helping her get the guy, but her slowly realizing that she kind of likes being around Wes. That is summarizing the synopsis itself, so I'm not spoiling anything. It's on the very back. They're like perfect for each other. So it's been really good. I will update you guys again the next time we have a book club because we are reading this together, so I won't be reading this without her. So I will catch you guys on the next update. I am in love with this book, and I don't know if it's because I'm not used to like these cutesy lighthearted reads, but I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Like, if I knew Wes in high school, I would totally fall in love with him. Like, he is the cutest and funniest fucking guy I've ever read about. Read plenty of books. A handful of them are funny, but there's something about the way Wes talks. It's so hilarious. I can't put a finger on what makes him so different from everyone else. If he's talking, I'm laughing at least once. I guess it's easy to say that I'm really loving this book. I stopped at chapter, I think that's 6. No, chapter 7, page 164. I think the last update was like 70 something pages. Now I'm at 164. I can't say anything specific because it would spoil, but their relationship is really cute. They banter a lot. There is not a dull moment. Every single part is very cute, and I just can't get over Wesley. His name is Wesley. How adorable. Whenever I first started this book, Liz, our main character, was constantly saying that like Wes is mean and annoyed her a lot and all this and that, and I just didn't see any of it. He seems so polite, and yeah, he's very mischievous, but I don't see mean. Like, I don't see the mean that she's talking about. But again, it's from her perspective, so like she has a tainted view on him being like the annoying kid that like teased and bullied her ever since they were younger. So I mean, I understand that. I will say the one part that is annoying me, but not, it doesn't annoy me that much, but it's like a slight annoyance, is the fact that like Liz has this tendency to lie. She tends to lie to hide her feelings and thoughts about certain things, and I can understand, but it's really gonna come back and bite her in the ass, and I know that's part of the book, and I'm not looking forward to it. That's my update. I'll catch you guys in a few seconds. So I finished Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and I still stand by the fact that it is a really cute book. I'm really glad that it was my first pick for a romance book for this video. It really did set me up for success. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was really, really wholesome, very YA. It's a very YA read, so if you want something cute and easy to read, this is a good book. Say like you read a lot of high fantasy and your brain is a little fried. You need something easy. A fun read. A fun little read where you can sit on the couch and just read and not have to think about anything other than what's going on with these characters. And it's not very hard to understand what's going on with these characters. I gave this book a 4-star. I really, really liked it. I would have given it a higher rating. I think I felt like this book was a 5-star when I first started reading this book, but as it went on, there were some things that kind of just annoyed me. Like the main character, Liz, she had these tendencies to lie, like these habits to ramble and say things she doesn't mean, and like I get it, people do that in real life sometimes, but you know, reading about it was just not fun. It was just kind of irritating. There are sometimes last act breakups or conflicts, last act conflicts, where in the very end of the book, like this sliver left in the book and there's a conflict. Boy, did this book have one. It had one, and it irritated the crap out of me. It was so bad. It was my least favorite trope. It was a misunderstanding trope, and it just irritated me so much that I had to dock points for it because it was doing so good. Up until then, I could forgive a lot of things, but then that happened and I was like, no, That irritated me so much. Other than that, I really enjoy this book. I still very much like Wes. Wes is my favorite character in the book, and I don't think he did anything that irritated me. Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. There were some things that he did. It wasn't out of spite. Like, he still did those things because he thought it was what Liz wanted. It's a whole thing. You gotta read it to understand it. But overall, I still really liked Liz and Wes. Really enjoyed it. I highly recommend if you're looking for a cute little easy romance read. This is the first book in the Dreamland Billionaires series, and there's 3 books total. They follow 3 brothers that are in their own way a part of the Dreamland company, which is more or less Disneyland, and their grandfather, the CEO, just passed away, and in his will he gave each of the grandsons a letter telling them what they have to do in order to get their portion of the inheritance. And the first book follows the youngest brother. His name is Rowan, and his task from his grandfather is to create something great, because when he was younger he used to be so creative. He loved all things creative. It's very much Grumpy Sunshine, so I'm really excited to kind of dive right in. Hi, what's up? I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I'm a little bit past 100 pages, and there's some things I want to talk about. Right now, it is giving very much Grumpy Sunshine. I don't know if it's because I don't usually read romance books or it's just me. This is giving very hardcore Grumpy Sunshine. I used to think that I love Grumpy Sunshine because it's how fantasy books are, but now I realize that it's grumpy. And now I realize that the leads in most fantasy books aren't sunshines at all, either one of them, because this is Grumpy Sunshine. We have Zara. She is so bubbly and cute and kind, and then we have Rowan, who is an asshole and super grumpy and just all of that. What I love about Zara is she may be a sunshine character, but she's not gonna take your shit, and she does not take Rowan's shit. The fact that he is her boss and she still talks back to him and like gives him snarky remarks, it's hilarious to me, because girl, he could fire you in an instant. And I just love that about her. She is unapologetically herself, and that's the perfect character to read. It is really fun reading this book. I'm not even gonna tell you, but this book's pacing surprised me. I was expecting nothing to happen until the middle of this book and then progressing from there, but I'm at page 114, and let me tell you, things have happened. Nothing crazy, but if you're used to them hating each other and not even making any type of contact until page 300, 400 something of a like 500 something book, this will surprise you also. I heard this is very much gives off Disneyland, so I'm really excited to see that part and how cute it's gonna be. Guys, I am on page like 271, chapter 33. I don't know why I got it in my head that this was gonna be like a slow burn romance, and like I knew it was adult genre, like it's in the adult category for romance, right? But in my head I was like, how adult? Like this is still kind of YA, right? Like just the writing. Oh my god, tell me this is not slow burn. Like I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a slow burn. Maybe because I'm so used to everything being slow burn. It is not burning slow. They are sprinting. They are sprinting. It's a good book. It's good, it's cute, it gives off very much Disney vibes, right? Hello. We're in a kind of a different setting. You know what, before we get into that, I just wanted to say that I hope the settings on this is good because I don't know what else to do if it's not good. I got a camera. What these vlogs hopefully will look a little more crisp, not as blurry, hopefully. As you guys can see, I'm in a little new area. This is not my house. This is not my room. I actually drove to see my family for Mother's Day weekend, so I am not at home, but I wanted to give you guys an update because, you know what, let me set you guys down. Oh, that's a little low. Oh well. So yeah, I finished the fine print. I didn't hate it. I definitely didn't hate the book, but I also didn't like love it that much either, you know? It was what I expected from a romance book. Like the plot itself, obviously I didn't know what happens, but it's just what I expect. It's kind of like an easy read. The way Lauren Asher writes, it's very Wattpad-y at points. Like the only way I can really describe it, it's like very easy to read and comprehend. I think I talked about this the last update. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a slow burn romance, but it was not a slow burn. Like they were full sprinting. There is a last act conflict, and I kind of understood why. You know, I wasn't really upset. I was like, okay, fair enough. I was gonna give this book a 3, but the ending bumped it up to a 3.5. It was not bad. I really did enjoy this book. I just don't see myself picking it up again to read, and I don't feel any type of attachment, even though I did like the characters. The ending really did it for me, you know, like it was super cute and really well written. It made me actually feel emotional. Like if I wasn't in the car reading that, I think I actually would have cried a little bit because it was just so heartwarming. It is adult. I remember jumping into this and not knowing like, oh, like this is adult, but like how adult? Oh, I think this is the spiciest book I've ever read. Like Akhtar had spice moments, right? Like especially Silver Flames. I wasn't expecting that. Better than the movies, I was just like, oh, like cute romances, you know? Like I chose the fine print because it's adult, but I don't know why in my head I was just gonna be like, oh, it's just a cute little romance. And now we are going to start. It's like 11:20 p.m. right now, and I think I'm gonna read a little bit before I head to bed, and we're gonna jump into the last book for this video, and it is Love Boat Taipei. I saw the cover and I just thought it was super cute. I'm just gonna read the synopsis because I don't have the brain power right now to come up with my own blurb. At Love Boat, the curriculum takes a backseat to the non-stop Taipei nightlife, and everyone learns to party like the prodigies do. But not every student is quite what they seem. Ever Wong is working towards becoming a doctor, but nurses a secret passion for dance. Rick Wu is the Yale-bound child prodigy bane of Ever's existence, whose perfection hides a secret. Boy-crazy, fashion-obsessed Sophie Ha has more to her than meets the eye. And under sexy Xavier Ye's shell is buried a shameful truth he'll never admit. When these students' lives collide, it's guaranteed to be a summer Ever will never forget. This is a romance of two couples, and this is the book following Ever. I chose that one specifically for this video because it's not super like mainstream or well known like the other two books. The other two books are super popular. I'm pretty sure the romance community all know about those two books. So I wanted to pick up something that wasn't super popular. We're gonna get started on that. I probably won't read that much of it tonight because I am quite tired. I wanted to do another quick update. There are like parts in this story that are so accurate. Her parents are from a province that actually my parents are from, and I still have family in that province, and like them talking about the different dialects of the different provinces is really fun. In China, there are different provinces and different dialects, and they're so different. If you aren't from that province or speak that dialect, you wouldn't really understand most of the time what people are saying. So it's just so fascinating that like these little details are so accurate. I don't know, it's just kind of fun to read a book where I relate to it so much, yet also kind of just really dramatic and kind of silly. I just wanted to do a little quick update for it. I just got back from my weekend trip. I didn't get a chance to read that much but I did get to page about 218 and I'm just gonna be reading a little bit more tonight. But I wanted to go over a little bit of the book because I feel like there hasn't been that many updates that I have. Like, I don't have anything to talk about for this book. Like, it's just a story about Asian American kids going to basically a Mandarin summer school. I'm enjoying it. Like, it's not the best thing I've ever read, but it's also not like terrible. The only thing that I do have at this point in the book, where I am like halfway through the book already, I don't know if this book is a romance anymore. Like, I'm starting to feel like I need to look up if this is actually in the romance category, because I'm 50% of the way through and I don't know if this is actually romance. I'm gonna read a little bit more before I head to bed, and hopefully I'm gonna try to finish this book tomorrow. So I finished Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hing-wen, and honestly this book is not the best thing that's ever been written, but I think that there was really good parts in here that really touched my heart because I could relate to the main character being Chinese American. I just found a lot of topics relatable. It touched on topics of racism and really made me think back on my life. It made me feel sad and happy at the same time to see that there are other people that have the same experiences growing up. It took growing up and learning to love myself and my culture and family to just finally realize that like I'm perfect the way I am. I don't need to look like everybody else. Last night I told you I didn't really know where it was going, but right after that update it started picking up. She felt out of place her entire life being Asian in America, but then she goes to Taiwan for this program and then she feels like she's not Asian enough. So we go through this journey with her growing and kind of figuring out that not wanting what her parents want doesn't mean that she's disgracing them. I did really enjoy this read. I did find myself kind of bored sometimes, but like I said, the moments that I could relate really touched my heart, and that is exactly why I gave this a 4-star read. Really was an enjoyable read. I think it healed a lot of parts of me, that childhood parts of me that I didn't realize I needed spoken or read or just experienced through a book. 4 stars. So that is all for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making this video and just jumping right into romance books. I will be jumping into more romance books because they're fun. They're so fun and easy and like not stressful. They're stressful in a non-life-threatening way, and I love that. I love not having to worry about a character dying or a country going to war. It's refreshing. Although none of them were 5 stars, I think they were all really good reads. By the time you guys see this video, the Magnolia Parks video probably is up. If you haven't watched it, definitely go watch that because that is also technically a romance book, but it's not cute. It's okay, it is cute, but it's so toxic. But yeah, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. I hope you guys enjoy the video and I will see you next time. Bye!